Welcome to IELTS Listening. Today we study IELTS 18, Test 3, Part 1, the Wayside Camera Club membership application. This part has 10 questions. They are all note completion. You listen in order and fill in the table. Write one word and/or a number. For all 10 questions, we use keyword location. First, look at the words around a blank, predict the answer type, then listen for the answer. Remember 3 key strategies: predict the answer type, listen for anchor words, and check spelling and number format. This is a phone conversation. Bretta, from the club, helps Dan complete an application form. They ask and answer questions. The first topic is personal information and contact details. It covers questions 1 to 3 from turn 1 to turn 4. The second topic is home address and spelling. It covers questions 4 to 7 from turn 5 to turn 9. The third topic is how Dan heard about the club. It covers questions 8 to 10 starting from turn 10. The heat map shows the question spread. Questions 1 to 3 are in topic 1, questions 4 to 7 are in topic 2, and questions 8 to 10 are in topic 3. In this dialogue, we expect spelling traps, corrections, and number format changes. Listen carefully for corrected words and spelled letters. Now we understand the structure. Next, we will explain each question. Please pause the video, predict the answers, then press play and continue. Question 1. Blank comes before street, so we need a street name. The recording spells it out, so stay focused on the full address. Street is the clue, so the blank is a street name. It should be a capitalized place name. In turn 3, Dan gives the address 52 Marrowfield Street. First catch the number 52. The answer comes right after it. Breda then checks the spelling. M-A-R-R-O-W-F-I-E-L-D. When you hear double, the next letter must be written twice. For question 1, write Marrowfield, one word, and remember the double R. Question 2. The blank comes after from a, so we need the source or person. Listen for a possible distraction. The question asks about the source, from a. We need a noun, usually a person. Watch out for internet as a distraction. When Breda asks, "Did you look on the internet?" listen carefully to Dan's answer. That is our anchor. Dan says, "I usually do that, but this time a relative suggested it." Internet is the distraction. The real answer is relative. So the answer is relative. A relative means a family member. This blank asks why he wants to join the club. The recording mentions competitions first, but the real answer is the second reason after also. The clue is to, so we need a base verb. The answer comes after also, showing it is the second reason. In the recording, Dan says, "I also like to socialize with other photographers." The word socialize comes out directly. Note the British spelling, S-O-C-I-A-L-I-S-E. So the answer is socialize. Remember the British spelling, socialize. Before the blank is the word membership, so we need a type of membership. Listen carefully for which type Dan chooses. The notes show membership. In the recording, Dan asks about the options, so when you hear options, get ready for the type he chooses. Dan clearly says, "Go for the full membership," so the answer is full. Don't be confused by associate. So the answer to question 4 is full. Write exactly one word. Question 5 asks for the title of the theme of the first photo. Listen for the words after the theme was entitled. Remember the title may have 2 words. Before the blank, theme was entitled means the theme was named, so we expect a title, probably a noun phrase. After Breda says first one, Dan answers the theme was entitled. Then the audio directly says domestic life. The recording says domestic life directly, but the gap needs the full title. Do not write only domestic or only life. Capitalize both words, domestic life. So Q5 is domestic life, 2 words, both capitalized. Fill it in. Question 6 asks for a natural thing that must be in the scene. The blank is under scene, so the answer should be a noun. Look at the question. Scene must show tells us the answer is probably a natural thing. In the audio, listen for words about the photo rules. Dan says, capture the clouds as well. This means the scene must show clouds, so the answer is clouds, copied exactly. The answer is clouds. Write it in the note. Remember the plural S. For question 7, we need a noun after the blank was wrong. Just catch the word that says what was not right. The answer should be clear. The word wrong becomes wasn't right here. Listen for the feedback sentence. Should have waited a bit longer to locate the answer. The timing wasn't right, so we write timing exactly as heard. So we write timing exactly as heard. For question 8, we need to write the full name of the third competition in the notes. Look at the notes. The blank is for a competition title. Listen for words like competition and called. The recording says the third competition was called Animal Magic. We write it exactly as heard. So the answer is Animal Magic. Remember to write both words with capital letters. For question 9, we need a noun. It means something the scene must show. The question says scene must show, so we can guess it is about movement or action. Dan says animals move all the time. Then Breda says the key phrase, some movement. This is our signal word. The recording directly says some movement in the scene. There is no paraphrase. We copy the word directly, so the answer is movement. Question 9 answer, movement. Do not write animals or fox. Question 10 is a note completion. The blank follows to, so we need an adjective describing the photo. Pause and predict the answer. The blank follows to, so the answer is likely an adjective. We hear at night, but listen for bit dark as the feedback. Breda says, it was a bit dark. The word dark is heard directly, so we write it exactly as it is. So the answer is dark. The feedback is dark, not night. Don't be distracted by at night. Let's summarize the question patterns and core vocabulary in this IELTS Listening Part 1. This question tested the 拼写陷阱. This is a classic listening trap. In questions 2, watch out for similar interference patterns. This question tested the 修正型感染. This is a classic listening trap. In questions 1, watch out for similar interference patterns. Overall, keep your rhythm for listening gap fills. Move on if you miss one. Next, let's review the key vocabulary from this recording. Question 1 answer, Marrowfield. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 2 answer, relative. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 3 answer, socialize. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 4 answer, full. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 5 answer, domestic life. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 6 answer, clouds. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 7 answer, timing. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 8 answer, animal magic. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 9 answer, movement. Pay attention to its pronunciation and spelling. Question 10